I'm gonna make it all the way. Do my best, do my best. I'm gonna make it all the way. Do my best, do my best. I'm gonna slide the whole way. Do my best, do my best. You can come and hold my hand. We'll be the best of us. Oh, the best.
Security was tight today at the Grove Hotel in this leafy area north of London. 140 members of the global elite arrived here for a top-secret, hush-hush, off-the-record conference in the English countryside. How's this for a guest list? The head of the International Monetary Fund, former Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner, the heads of Amazon.com, Google, and BP Oil, former General and CIA Director David Petraeus, and what's a top-secret cabal of puppet masters without Henry Kissinger? All of them came here today for the Bilderberg Conference. That's Bilderberg, not Build-A-Bear. Participants are tight-lipped about discussions, other than to say topics will range from the economy to jobs to U.S. foreign policy, what the organizers call megatrends and the major issues facing the world. Reporters and outsiders are not allowed in, and everything is off the record. Organizers say that's so participants can take time to listen, reflect, and gather insight.
I got in early October from someone in the Austrian Ministry of the Interior an official document which was handed out to all the personnel in the Ministry of the Interior, as well as special forces and the police departments, basically canceling holidays for the first 2 weeks of June as a result of the Bilderberg conference, which is being held right now in a hotel half an hour from here.
Un grupo de poder, ¿no? Es un grupo de poderosos que no pertenecen a ningún gobierno nacional, pero sí son parte de un gobierno supranacional, es un gobierno mundial. Ellos no adoptan decisiones ejecutivas, pero sí prefiguran y predeciden lo que ha de acontecer. O sea, ellos diseñan los futuros convenientes en el escenario económico, en el escenario político, en el escenario defensivo.
Well, you know, we're in a hotel in Innsbruck, about 35 kilometers from the hotel where the Bilderberg conference is actually taking place. Just getting the information from my sources inside the Bilderberg group on the key points which are being discussed as we speak. Daniel, I'm pasting for you some of the key discussion points which shall be taken up at this year's meeting. As you know, the world is in dire shape and the financial system can blow out at any moment. There are a lot of very worried, or should I say freaked out people who will be attending this year's conference. Their only saving grace is that most of the planet is completely oblivious to what is going on around them. Good luck to you, and as always, put this information to good use. Instead of going to the hotel, and if you can't get anywhere near the hotel, there's a 5 kilometer, security perimeter, and actually from what we're hearing, it's actually has gone over to almost 8 kilometers. So, when you're 8 kilometers away, you can't get anywhere near the hotel, and so as I get the information anyway, because my sources are inside the conference, from what we're seeing, it's absolutely impossible to get anywhere near the hotel, and I hope somebody does, but I don't think so. And there's some very, very heavy points. Artificial intelligence, That's the future of humanity, transhumanism, the change from humanity to transhumanity to post-humanity. Cybersecurity, that's one of the key issues which the Bilderbergers have been talking about for a very long time. And that has to do with controlling internet, obviously chemical weapons threats, current economic issues, which is, the world is going to hell in a handbasket. This is the information which he sent me, and I'm just downloading, all the stuff on the subject of America. And in the first 2 pages of this extract, 7-page extract, I'm seeing this like the 5th time I'm seeing perpetual war, okay, multi-generational threat. Now, give me a second just to see what else is there. Now, one of the things about perpetual wars require perpetual funding. Non-ending war, non-ending funding, which means that you throw as much money as you want into a particular situation, which is this, war on terror. How long? We don't know. Forever. How much money? As much as you need. So the idea is, again, you control both sides of the equation. You control the left and the right. You control the dialogues through the media, and then you push the idea of perpetual war.
L'état d'urgence sera décrété, ce qui veut dire que certains lieux seront fermés, la circulation pourra être interdite et il y aura également des perquisitions qui pourront être décidées dans toute l'Île-de-France. L'état d'urgence, lui, sera proclamé sur l'ensemble du territoire. La seconde décision que j'ai prise, c'est la fermeture des frontières.
Immediately after the terrorist attack against Charlie Hebdo at the beginning of this year, the former US Senator Bob Graham said that if the famous 28 pages of the original September 11 report would have been published, this attack would not have happened. Now, what this means is that the original September 11 Commission of the Congress published a report, and 28 pages are classified to the present day, but we more or less know what's in it. It pertains to the role of Saudi Arabia financing terrorism and Wahhabi Salafist attacks around the world. Now, this has another dimension, and that is that the Anglo-Americans have instrumentalized radical Islam since Brzezinski in 1975.
Humanity has almost destroyed itself a number of times. Immediately before the Golden Renaissance, there was the New Dark Age. There was the Black Death, where about half of the population of Europe was destroyed not only by a disease, the bubonic plague, but destroyed by the fact that men were convinced that they could not solve the problem. But fortunately, there was a new paradigm then. There was a renaissance. It was the Golden Renaissance of Leonardo da Vinci in Italy, of Miguel de Cervantes in Spain, of Shakespeare in London. which developed the concept of man, a new paradigm in which we organized our business as human beings based on the concept of man's morality, creativity, and free will. We cannot have a situation where, as in Greece, 60% of the youth have no jobs. That is killing the future of society. Or Spain, where it is almost at 60%. That is killing the future if youth don't have a mission and a purpose to fulfill.
Almost halfway through the second decade of the 21st century, I ask myself something over and over again, making an attempt to understand what is happening to us. Where are we going as nations, as a world? What will happen to us if the Bilderberg Group and their cohorts finally win? What is the destiny of the human race? What does it mean to be immortal?
That's a very interesting question, because there are two ways of talking about immortality. We all die. No one so far has discovered a method by which we can live eternally as in our biological form. So therefore, the meaning of the human mind and the human body may not be quite the same thing. For example, people like Einstein, for example, who over a century ago defined matter-antimatter progress, which we're now going into today. So some people are immortal because of the consequences of their having existed. And the best we can do as human beings, which no other animal can do, is we can continue to be immortal in our participation in the development of humanity and the development of our solar system. So immortality means one thing. It means either the consequences of your having lived, the benefits for mankind of your having lived, one way or the other, as a poet or as a scientist or whatever. You've contributed something to the wealth of humanity, and you are, in that sense, immortal. Or you can be a poor slug who doesn't think, who has no consequence, no reason to exist, who just lives and dies. And that's the choice.
I have had certain attempts on the part of the Bilderberg Group back about 10 years back, where I was actually offered money to cease and desist, go away. And I describe it in one of my books. And as I sat there watching this man write a check, I said to myself and I said to him, help me out, please. How many zeros is one's freedom worth? He stopped, paused, looked at me, gave me the check, which I have, check as a memento, and he said, Mr. Estulin, you have a nice day. So the point is that even if they do kill me once, I think I've done my bit on this planet Earth, and I've reached a certain level of immortality, and I've done my part to pass off the baton to the future generations, and it's their job, to pick it up and go with it, because again, humanity's one. And we have to do everything in our power to make sure that we, as society, achieve this immortality. And for me, immortality is assuring the survival of the species, all of the species. And for us to happen, for this to happen, we've got to make sure that higher ideals, on the general level of things, take precedence over money, and even one's personal safety.
Yes, we can win this war, but the first step necessary for actually winning is to know what the war is. The war is not against merely financial interests or military powers or even groups as powerful as the Bilderberger Group. It is a war against what has been called powers and principalities. It's a war against a concept of man which is evil. It's the concept of man that we are nothing other than animals. It is an idea which says that human beings do not have the capability of a creative spark, that we do not in fact have free will, that we therefore cannot act morally or immorally, we just simply do whatever our desires say. And it is that concept of man which finds expressions today in things like the Bilderberg Group and in the global financial system, which is based on speculation, usury, and the destruction of populations.
We are at the crossroads. And the roads we take now will determine whether we will live in the 21st century as nation-state republics or subjugated, culled, and dehumanized crop of slaves. We are fighting a combined effort of some of the most brilliant people in history who scheme against us for the purposes of possessing us. But the human will is immortal. Tyrants have killed millions, and yet people fought and eventually won their freedom. Freedom stirs the human heart, and fear stills it. Amidst the deafening cacophony of patriotic silence, insurgent voices command attention. Immortality has its moral basis in truth and incorruptibility. It deserves to be given all the support that it can get. It deserves to be fought and died for.
Oh-ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I sing. Oh-ba-da-ba-ba-ba, it's my song. Oh-ba-ba-ba, the more I see, the less I know. I look for the different, but at the end, it's all the same. It's all the same. I look for a new light, but at the end you are my only star. I look for a new step, but at the end you are the only way. I look for a new vision, but at the end you are my eyes. Oh-ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I sing. Oh-ba-da-ba-ba-ba, it's my song. Oh-ba-ba-ba, the more I see, the less I know. Walking in the morning light, walking all alone, walking in the evening light, walking with my only song. Oh-ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I sing. Oh-ba-da-ba-ba-ba, it's my song. Oh-ba-ba-ba, the more I see, the less I know. Oh-ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I sing. Oh-ba-da-ba-ba-ba, it's my song.